How to throw a classic clam bake. It takes coordination, time, and effort to produce a pit full of perfectly steamed littlenecks and lobsters. But a little elbow grease will seem like a small price to pay when you and your guests are happy as a clam. Bake. You will need a beach and proper permits, friends who love parties and shellfish, 8 pounds of littleneck clams, cleaned, 5 pounds of mussels, cleaned, a dozen 1-pound lobsters, 3 pounds of sweet onions, a dozen ears of sugar corn unhusked, 4 pounds of new potatoes, scrubbed, 2 to 3 pounds of chorizo, several pounds of melted butter, salt and pepper to taste, rocks, wood, and 20 pounds of rockweed, coolers and cold packs, matches, oven mitts, aluminum foil or cheesecloth, a shovel, a fire extinguisher, a first aid kit, and metal buckets, canvas tarps, serving trays and utensils, plastic cutlery, plates, and paper napkins, and cold beverages. Step 1. A few weeks in advance, pick your party day and invite 10 to 12 of your nearest and dearest. Step 2. Long gone are the days of impromptu beach bonfires. Before you start, get the necessary permits by contacting your local park service, fire department, or city office. Step 3. Nothing's worse than a soggy dinner, so you'll want to put your cooking pit above the high tide line. Digging a practice hole a few days in advance ensures you'll be out of water's reach and will give you an idea what your dig time will be. Your pit will need to be about 2 feet wide by 4 feet long by 2 feet deep. Step 4. Get enough grapefruit-sized rocks to line the bottom of the pit and enough dry hardwood to sustain a hot fire for several hours. You'll need roughly 20 pounds of fresh seaweed or enough for 2 thick layers. It's best if you use rockweed, but if not, douse your seaweed with extra seawater. Rockweed, which has small pockets of seawater that add moisture and flavor, can be found on the beach, purchased from a fishmonger, or ordered online at sites like vitaminccseaweed.com. Step 5. Your ingredients, especially the clams, lobsters, and sausage, will need to survive hours of beach weather without spoiling. Buy live fish on the day of the party and transport it using insulated coolers with an internal temperature between 32 and 38 degrees. Store the fish, along with your veggies and chorizo, in a shaded spot. Step 6. On the day of the party, dig your pit, line it with rocks, and stoke a hardwood fire on top of the stones. Feed the fire as necessary to keep it burning hot for about 2 hours. Let it burn for about another 2 hours, or until the wood becomes coals. At the end of this process, the rock should be about 400 degrees. Step 7. Right before your fire finishes burning down, wrap each kind of food, except the lobsters and corn, in its own foil or cheesecloth pack. Discard any shellfish that are already open. You'll be able to move faster if you enlist your guests to help with this part. Step 8. Shovel excess coals into a bucket of water, leaving a thin layer of hot coals on top of the rocks. Cover them with a layer of rockweed, using about half of your supply. Keep a first aid kit, a fire extinguisher, and a separate water bucket nearby. Step 9. Throw on your oven mitts and add the clams, mussels, lobsters, corn, potatoes, onions, and chorizo in a single layer. Layer on the remaining rockweed, cover the entire pit with canvas tarps that have been saturated with seawater, and anchor on all sides. Step 10. Your food should take an hour or 2 to reach perfection, but start checking on it after about 45 minutes. In the meantime, grab a cool drink and party with your guests. Step 11. When the clams and mussels are open, the lobsters are red, and the veggies are soft enough to mash with a fork, remove everything from the pit, serve with tons of melted butter, and revel in the deliciousness of your clam bake. Did you know, in 2007, scientists found a 405-year-old clam off the coast of Iceland?